Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. If this is the first time you've been here, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Be sure to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Your sun sign, that's the core of you. That's how you feel inside. That's who you really think you are, who you really are. Your moon sign would reflect how you feel about things, how you feel about the actions of the world around you, how you feel about the way things happen. And your rising sign would be your personality and how you appear to the world and how you interact with the world. And so sometimes it helps to check out all three in order to get a more complete picture of what's going on. So I'm trying to get a little conversation started here from Spirit. I was feeling into your energy and you felt antsy, like I'm ready to go. I'm sitting on the fence. It's go time. That's what it feels like. It's like, okay, I've made up my mind and I'm ready to go. All right. Oh my gosh. And again with this card. This is the third time. Let's see here. What is this, Leo? You are like the fifth sign I've done. And it's the third time we've had this energy of there's so much going on and I just don't even want to deal with it. There's so much going on. I can't anymore. I can't make a decision. I've got too much on my plate. There's too much happening and there's all this negative energy flying around. And I kind of want to get another card. I hate when the first card is so negative. I just want to see if we can get a prescription for dealing with that. Okay, so this was at the bottom of the deck and it just jumped again in my hand, so we're going to definitely take the Emperor. Yes, we're definitely going to take the Emperor. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I asked for some help and what did I get? I got the other card I really don't like to get. So, you're up in your head. No wonder you're feeling so antsy. You're feeling trapped, like you really want to go and there's so much to do and you don't want to deal with everything and you just want stability and you just want a sense of control. And I think you feel like things are not really in your control right now. And Leo, that never makes you happy. And so I think what you really want is you want to tap into this energy of, you know, I've got this and everything's under control. And so I'm going to ask that you take a moment and think about your life, about who in your life, it doesn't have to be a male, who in your life can offer you that hand, who can help you find a little stability, who can make it seem like things are going to be stable, and kind of tap into the idea of either asking them for help or at least tapping into their energy. And this could be you. This could be you looking for the Emperor within. So we start out the week with the moon in Leo. So it's in your first house of self. You know, how you feel, you know, that you are in your sense of self-esteem. And the moon is in the position that I always kind of think of you as, is that's the willpower. Like your strength and you're aware of who you are. She is hiding behind a mask though. And Leo doesn't necessarily hide behind a mask. They pretty much are very open to the world. They're like, here I am. Hello to you. I'm large and in charge. But hey, you're welcome. And you have here balance. This is Venus in Libra. Well, that's where the full moon is in Libra. And so the willpower here is trying to seek the balance. Two of Swords is about trying to seek the balance, right? That's about trying to seek balance. And so here we are on Sunday, you're trying to find the balance. The balance in all the chaos that's going around. It's going to take your willpower to find it, to figure out, to really get there. Because you're feeling a little trapped. You're feeling like things aren't really under your control. That is never a good place for anybody, but you definitely don't want to be caging a lion, do we? No, we do not. On Monday, the moon is going to move into Virgo, which is your second house of finances and self-esteem and self-worth and things that you find value on. And the moon is in the position of focus, and then on Tuesday in the position of action. And so this focus, though, is about clear thinking, right? Her head is above the emotional waters, and she's focusing on the transformation that she wants to bring about. Right there in that second house of self-esteem, self-value, self-worth, finances, materials. So what action do you want to take, right? What action to move forward to create what you want? Because this right here looks like you're all stressed out about money. And so how can you bring about this? What kind of an action can you take? Well, I'm getting a card on that. Could you do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button? I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And so you have, do the work and attracting, not chasing. Okay, so do the work. In this picture right here, she's got her eyes closed and she's not seeing, doesn't want to look at what needs to be done. She just wants it all to go away. But when you step into the power of the Emperor, you start orchestrating things, you start moving things forward, you start creating. You're the one that's large and in charge, and so you are being asked to do that. And also we have attracting, not chasing, which is again the power of the Emperor. He is reaching out his hand, and he is welcoming in opportunity. He is attracting to him what he wants, what he needs. He's bringing it to him, he's taking an action, and the action is the action of attraction. And so with this full moon in Libra that comes on Wednesday, when we have the spring equinox or the fall equinox, depending on which hemisphere you're in, it's a change of seasons. There's a change in the atmosphere. There's a change, an opportunity for major change because a full moon coincides with this. As the sun moves into Aries, we have the first of 2 full moons this year in Libra. We've got one this month at 0 degrees, and then we have one next month at 29 degrees. And so this energy of Libra, finding this balance, finding the balance is really important. And you're being asked to have faith in the process. Faith that something here is growing, that there's an opportunity here. Faith. And so it's really important that you step into your power. And nobody understands the power of self, I don't believe, more than a Leo. And so this is a supermoon, and supermoons are about attracting in what we want. It's about attracting it. And so it becomes this thing where you say, I know that I have everything I need. And what I don't need, it's coming to me. Right now, it'll come when I need it, and there will be plenty. And you start talking like that to yourself instead of negative talk. But we have this do the work. And so I think with this in Virgo, this do the work is in Virgo, which is about paying attention to the details and really dedication to the small parts. And so this is the action that you need to take. In order to attract in what you need, you're going to have to take some steps forward. It's not just enough to have some faith and that's this law of attraction. You also need to really take a look at what do you need to do so that you can attract it. And hiding from it, trying to escape it, those are not actions worth taking. This is what you want to try to create. This action of moving forward. This action of bringing abundance to you. Let's get you a card on that. So this is going on, Leo, in your 3rd house of communications, this full moon. So balance in your communications, which is really hard to do with this Mercury in retrograde. It makes it very challenging, but here's the thing. Whatever's going on right now, it's supposed to. Oh, see if I can get it so you can read that. It says the fates. Destiny. Destiny is at play here. So this Emperor that's coming in, that's offering the help, or this energy that I actually think you need to be stepping into, that of this fiery, I'm in charge energy. Everything that's happening, it's being orchestrated by divine timing. on Friday night at like 10:16 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the U.S., the moon moves into Scorpio. And this Scorpio moon is about keeping your head above the emotions and thinking clearly while you're doing some self-reflecting. How did you get? What did you do that helped you to get to where you are? And what can you do to move forward? What can you do to help bring the pleasure and the joy back into your life? Because right here, that does not look like any fun. And nobody should have to live like that. And if that's the way you're feeling, then you need to take some action. You need to do the work. It's time to find the balance so that you are not feeling so stressed. That is some stressy energy. So what can you do to lighten the load? What can you shift away? What can you give away? What can you release with this full moon? Hanging on to all the things that are stressing you out, is that beneficial? Is it a change in attitude? Okay, so you have guinea pig. Do your part to illuminate the universe, right? Do your part. There we go again. Do the work. What can you do to bring about this change? Where are you capable? It says be joyful and trusting. This is one of the things you can do is by working on your attitude. Sometimes we can't control our circumstances, but we can always control our attitude. Always. And you have the ant. Cooperate for the highest good of the community. Do the work. But it's teamwork. And so, and look, they're going round and around though. That's interesting. They're going round and around in a spiral. So I feel like there's a situation that, is making you really unhappy. You're feeling trapped. But what can you do to help make the situation better? How can you attract in the help you need? How can you attract in the abundance? How can you find the balance? I feel like we're walking out of this week with a lot more questions than answers, but I kind of think, Leo, you know what the answers are. And maybe you just haven't wanted to face whatever the answer is, or maybe you haven't wanted to take the necessary steps because you're being told to do the work. You're being told to cooperate by spirit and to find joy. And I think maybe if you're all stressed out, you haven't been feeling joy for a while. So have faith in the process. Understand that the divine timing is at work here. There's balance to be found, but there are steps you are going to have to take to get to where you need to go. Okay, so Burgundy flew out, which is awaken your passion. Awaken your passion. So how do you bring in what you want? But this card was also offering itself. Mercury retrograde's killing me. Okay, it says find the richness from the dark night, black. So you see the shadow and there's light. And that's how you get 3D. That's how you have a full and complete picture. So yeah, I would say things haven't been super easy. But I would say there's shadow and there's light. And you're being asked this week to find the light. I think you found the shadow, no problem. I think you're well aware of where all the shadows are. Now you need to seek the light. You need to find the joy. You need to cooperate with others to create a more welcoming community. Instead of feeling all stressed out like it's all on you, have a glass of wine. And look for the light. Look for the light, right? For the light. Okay. All right, Leo. So if you haven't given me a thumbs up yet, do that now. I'd really appreciate it. If you would like to subscribe, be sure to hit the notification button so that you get notified when I release my videos. And I will see you for the full moon reading, and I will see you next week for the weekly. And you take care. Go find something that brings joy, right? So that you're attracting joy into your life. All right? Okay, you take care.